The borrower is slave to the lender. This ancient proverb found in the book of Proverbs holds a timeless truth about money and responsibility. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that happiness can be bought, charged to a credit card, and worried about later. They will explore the dangers of spending money you don't have and provide a roadmap for achieving financial freedom. By understanding the pitfalls of overspending and embracing financial responsibility, you can create a life of true prosperity. Imagine this: you're walking through the mall and you spot the perfect pair of shoes. They're stylish, they're comfortable, and they're calling your name. There's just one problem: they're a bit outside your budget. But today is different. Today, you have a credit card. You tell yourself you'll pay it off later, that you deserve a little treat. Before you know it, you're drowning in debt, the weight of unpaid balances casting a shadow over your financial well-being. By understanding the true cost of debt and committing to a path of financial responsibility, you can break free from this vicious cycle and build a future where money is no longer a source of stress. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easier than ever to fall into the comparison trap. Social media feeds are filled with curated images of seemingly perfect lives. But here's the secret: most of those people flaunting their seemingly lavish lifestyles are in debt. True wealth isn't measured by the car you drive or the clothes you wear. It's time to reject the pressure to conform to materialistic standards and define success on your own terms. Breaking free from the chains of debt and achieving financial freedom might seem daunting, but it's possible with the right mindset and commitment. Acknowledge the problem and take control of your finances. Confront spending habits, cut back, and create a realistic budget. Millions have faced similar challenges and emerged debt-free. Change your relationship with money. Understand money as a tool to create the life you want. Financial freedom is a journey, not a destination. Your journey to financial peace will serve as your guide on this journey, providing you with the knowledge, tools, and inspiration you need to take control of your finances and create a life of true abundance. We'll delve into the psychological effects of debt, exploring how it can impact your mental and emotional well-being, leading to anxiety, depression, and strained relationships. You'll learn about the staggering statistics surrounding debt, both in the United States and globally, and understand how this crisis is affecting individuals, families, and entire economies. But this isn't just about doom and gloom, it's about empowering you to make a change. We'll provide practical and easy-to-follow advice on budgeting, saving, and investing, equipping you with the skills you need to manage your money effectively and achieve your financial goals. From creating a realistic budget that works for your lifestyle to developing smart shopping habits that save you money, we'll cover all aspects of responsible financial management. The high cost of easy money. It's easier than ever to spend money you don't have. Credit cards and online payment platforms make it simple to buy now, pay later. Advertisements promote instant gratification, urging us to buy now. This ease of spending can be seductive, leading us to overspend. Spending beyond our means puts us on a fast track to debt. Credit card interest rates and fees can quickly add up. This cycle of spending and borrowing can spiral out of control. Interest, the silent wealth killer. Interest is the price you pay for borrowing money, and it can quickly erode your financial stability. Carrying a balance on your credit card or taking out a loan means paying back the original amount plus interest. The higher the interest rate, the more expensive it becomes to borrow money. Credit cards often come with exorbitant interest rates, sometimes exceeding 20%. For every $100 you borrow, you could end up paying back much more. Interest accrues daily, compounding over time and silently eating away at your income. What starts as a manageable amount can quickly become an overwhelming financial burden. The danger of spending money you don't have is that it often leads to a vicious cycle of debt. Once you start relying on credit, it becomes difficult to break free from the cycle of borrowing and repayment. You become trapped, constantly juggling bills and making minimum payments. The more debt you accumulate, the more of your income is eaten up by debt payments. This can lead to a sense of hopelessness and despair. The constant stress of debt can also take a toll on your mental and emotional well-being. Financial worries can lead to anxiety, depression, insomnia, and relationship problems. The weight of debt can feel like a heavy burden, casting a shadow over your life. Breaking free from the cycle of debt requires a change in mindset and a commitment to financial responsibility. It means taking a hard look at your spending habits and creating a realistic budget that prioritizes debt repayment. Seek help when you need it, whether from a financial advisor, a credit counseling agency, or a trusted friend or family member. The consequences of spending money you don't have extend far beyond your bank account. Debt has a ripple effect, impacting various aspects of your life. Debt can strain your relationships. Financial stress is a leading cause of arguments. It can also put a strain on friendships and family relationships. When you're constantly worried about money, it's difficult to be fully present. This leads to misunderstandings and conflict. Debt can limit your career choices. You might feel stuck in a job you dislike, or pass up opportunities for fear of income loss. This can lead to frustration and a sense of being trapped. Debt can impact your physical health. Chronic stress weakens your immune system, making you more susceptible to illness. It can lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms. Debt's negative effects become more pervasive over time. It's like a heavy weight holding you back, preventing you from reaching your full potential. Perhaps one of the most heartbreaking consequences of spending money you don't have is the lost opportunities and dreams that are put on hold. When you're burdened by debt, it's challenging to pursue your passions, start a business, invest in your education, or even take a much-needed vacation. The financial constraints imposed by debt can make it feel like you're constantly treading water, just trying to stay afloat. Instead of pursuing your dreams and living life on your own terms, you're forced to make choices based on financial limitations, sacrificing your aspirations for the sake of debt repayment. Imagine the possibilities that open up when you're no longer burdened by debt. You could finally pursue that dream career, start your own business, travel the world, or simply enjoy the freedom of financial security. Without the weight of debt holding you back, you'll have the resources and the peace of mind to pursue your passions and create a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. Don't let debt rob you of your dreams and aspirations. Take control of your finances today and start building a future where you're free to pursue your passions and live life to the fullest. Many people fall into the trap of spending money without truly understanding its value. We become so accustomed to using credit cards and digital payment methods that we lose sight of the hard work and sacrifice that goes into earning each dollar. It's easy to swipe a card or tap our phones without thinking twice about the purchase, but it's essential to remember that every dollar spent represents a portion of our time, energy, and effort. When we spend money we don't have, we're essentially borrowing from our future selves, mortgaging our time and freedom to pay for past indulgences. Take a moment to reflect on how long it takes you to earn a dollar. Consider the time you spend at work, the challenges you face, and the sacrifices you make to earn your income. Now think about the purchases you make and ask yourself if they're truly worth the time and effort you invested to earn that money. By developing a deeper appreciation for the value of a dollar, you'll be more mindful of your spending habits and less likely to make impulsive purchases. You'll begin to see money as a valuable resource to be managed wisely, not squandered on fleeting desires or the pressure to keep up with societal expectations. The good news is that it's never too late to take control of your finances and start making positive changes. The first step is acknowledging that you have a problem and committing to making a change. This requires honesty, self-awareness, and a willingness to confront your spending habits head-on. Once you've acknowledged the need for change, it's time to take action. Start by creating a realistic budget that tracks your income and expenses. This will give you a clear picture of your financial situation and help you identify areas where you can cut back on spending. Next, create a debt repayment plan that prioritizes paying down high-interest debt first. This might involve consolidating your debt, negotiating lower interest rates with your creditors, or exploring debt management programs. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. There are countless resources available to help you along the way, including financial advisors, credit counseling agencies, and online budgeting tools. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Imagine waking up every morning with a knot of anxiety in your stomach, a feeling that follows you throughout the day, a constant reminder of unpaid bills and mounting debt. The psychological effects of debt are far-reaching, impacting mental and emotional well-being and casting a long shadow over every aspect of life. The constant worry and stress associated with debt can be debilitating. It's a heavy weight that sits on your shoulders, making it difficult to focus on work, enjoy leisure activities, or even engage in meaningful conversations with loved ones. As the sun sets and the demands of the day begin to fade, a new wave of anxiety washes over you. The quiet of the night brings no respite from the relentless worry of debt. Instead, it amplifies it. Sleep, once a sanctuary for rest and rejuvenation, becomes an elusive dream, replaced by sleepless nights and endless calculations. You lie awake, replaying past financial mistakes in your mind, agonizing over every impulsive purchase and missed opportunity to save. The numbers swirl in your head, credit card balances, minimum payments, interest rates, a chaotic symphony of financial despair. You try to budget, to find a way out, but the math never seems to add up. The lack of sleep only exacerbates the mental and emotional toll of debt. You wake up feeling groggy and irritable, your patience worn thin, your ability to cope with even minor stressors severely compromised. The world seems overwhelming, every interaction a potential trigger for anxiety and frustration. This chronic sleep deprivation can have serious consequences for your physical health as well. Your immune system weakens, making you more susceptible to colds, flu, and other illnesses. Your risk of developing more serious health problems, such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes, also increases. Debt, it seems, takes a toll on both the mind and the body. Debt doesn't just impact you in isolation, it ripples outward, affecting your relationships with loved ones. Financial stress is a leading cause of tension and conflict in romantic relationships, often leading to arguments, resentment, and a breakdown of communication. The once solid foundation of trust and mutual support begins to crumble under the weight of financial strain. Conversations about money become fraught with emotion, often devolving into accusations, blame, and defensiveness. One partner might feel overwhelmed by the burden of debt, while the other feels judged or controlled. The shared dream of a secure and happy future together can feel like a distant memory, replaced by a sense of hopelessness and despair. The impact of debt extends beyond romantic relationships, affecting friendships and family ties as well. You might find yourself withdrawing from social events, too embarrassed to admit your financial struggles or afraid of being judged by others. The joy of spending time with loved ones is overshadowed by the constant worry of money, creating a barrier to intimacy and connection. Children, too, can be deeply affected by the stress of family debt. They might sense their parents' anxiety, even if it's not explicitly discussed, and internalize those worries as their own. Financial strain can lead to arguments, instability, and a lack of resources, depriving children of the security and opportunities they deserve. The psychological effects of debt are not to be underestimated. The constant worry, stress, and shame can take a significant toll on mental health, increasing the risk of developing anxiety disorders, depression, and even suicidal thoughts. The feeling of being trapped in a hopeless situation, combined with the social stigma often associated with debt, can be overwhelming, leading some to feel like they have nowhere to turn for help. Anxiety might manifest as racing thoughts, difficulty concentrating, irritability, insomnia, or physical symptoms like headaches, stomach aches, or muscle tension. Depression might present as persistent sadness, loss of interest in activities once enjoyed, fatigue, changes in appetite or sleep patterns, feelings of worthlessness, or thoughts of death or suicide. It's crucial to recognize that experiencing these symptoms in the context of financial strain is not a sign of weakness. It's a normal human response to extraordinary stress. It's essential to seek professional help if you're struggling to cope with the emotional impact of debt. A therapist can provide a safe and supportive space to explore your feelings, develop coping mechanisms, and work towards regaining a sense of control over your life. Remember, you're not alone in this. Millions of people struggle with debt and its accompanying mental health challenges. Reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength and a commitment to your well-being. When faced with relentless stress and emotional turmoil, it's tempting to seek solace in unhealthy coping mechanisms. These might provide temporary relief, but ultimately exacerbate the problem. Some turn to overspending to numb the pain. Retail therapy offers fleeting control or happiness, but it deepens debt, perpetuating stress. Others turn to alcohol or drugs to escape. These substances provide temporary relief, but come with risks. Substance abuse can lead to addiction and health problems. Recognize unhealthy coping and seek healthier ways to manage stress. Exercise, meditation, hobbies, and connecting with loved ones can help. Professional help from a therapist can provide valuable support. One of the most insidious aspects of debt is the shame and guilt that often accompany it. We internalize financial struggles as personal failures, believing that we're solely responsible for our circumstances and deserving of judgment and criticism. This self-criticism can be paralyzing, preventing us from seeking help or taking the necessary steps to improve our situation. It's important to remember that debt is not a moral failing. It's a financial situation, often influenced by factors beyond our control, such as job loss, medical bills, or economic downturns. Blaming ourselves only serves to perpetuate the cycle of shame and guilt, making it even harder to break free from the grip of debt. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, focus on the present moment and the steps you can take to move forward. Create a realistic budget, explore debt consolidation options, or seek guidance from a financial advisor. Remember, every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. It's also essential to practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend facing similar challenges. Acknowledge your feelings of shame and guilt, but don't let them define you. Remember that you're worthy of love, support, and forgiveness, regardless of your financial situation. Breaking free from the psychological grip of debt is a journey, not a destination. It requires patience, perseverance, and a commitment to self-care. As you begin to take control of your finances, you'll likely experience a sense of relief, empowerment, and renewed hope for the future. The weight on your shoulders will begin to lift, and the mental clarity you once craved will slowly return. Remember to celebrate your progress along the way, no matter how small. Each step you take towards financial freedom is a victory worth acknowledging. As you continue on this path, you'll discover that true wealth lies not in the abundance of possessions, but in the peace of mind that comes from living within your means and making conscious, intentional choices about your money. This journey is about reclaiming your life, your dreams, and your sense of self-worth. It's about breaking free from the chains of debt and stepping into a future filled with possibility, purpose, and true abundance. Not just financial abundance, but an abundance of joy, peace, and freedom from the weight of worry that once held you captive. The psychological toll of debt is a deeply personal struggle, but it's also a national crisis. The United States finds itself adrift in a sea of debt, burdened by trillions of dollars. From credit cards to student loans to mortgages, debt threatens financial security. Total household debt surpassed $17 trillion in 2023. The consequences impact consumer spending, economic growth, and future investments. At the heart of America's debt crisis lies the crushing weight of consumer debt. Credit cards, auto loans, and other forms of revolving credit have become easy traps for consumers. The average American household now carries over $8,000 in credit card debt alone. The proliferation of credit card offers has made it easier than ever for consumers to accumulate debt. Retailers often encourage shoppers to open store credit cards, luring them with discounts and promotions. Before they know it, consumers can find themselves juggling multiple credit cards. The consequences of this debt burden are dire. The rising cost of higher education has left an entire generation buried under a mountain of student loan debt. Total student loan debt in the United States has surpassed $1.7 trillion, exceeding even credit card debt. The average college graduate now enters the workforce with nearly $30,000 in student loan debt, delaying major life milestones. Many students take out large loans without fully understanding the long-term financial implications. Graduates burdened by debt are less likely to start businesses, buy homes, or make major purchases, dampening economic growth. Addressing the student loan crisis requires making college more affordable and providing borrowers with more flexible repayment options. The mortgage mountain, a looming threat. While consumer debt and student loan debt grab headlines, the mortgage market represents another potential source of financial instability. The 2008 housing crisis, triggered by subprime mortgages, demonstrated the devastating consequences of a housing bubble burst. The American dream of homeownership is increasingly out of reach for many, especially for young people saddled with student loan debt. Encouraging responsible lending practices and promoting affordable housing options are essential steps in preventing another housing crisis. The vicious cycle of payday loans. Payday loans can seem like a lifeline for those struggling to make ends meet, but they often trap borrowers in a cycle of debt. These short-term loans come with exorbitant interest rates and fees, sometimes as high as 400%. Borrowers often take out new loans to cover the costs of previous ones, sinking deeper into debt. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has taken steps to regulate the payday loan industry, but more protections are needed. It's essential to continue advocating for strong consumer protections to prevent payday lenders from exploiting vulnerable individuals. Women face unique financial challenges, such as the gender pay gap and the lack of affordable childcare options. Younger generations, particularly millennials and Gen Z, face a more challenging economic landscape than their predecessors. Addressing these disparities requires a comprehensive approach that tackles systemic inequalities and promotes economic opportunity. From statistics to solutions, a call to action. The statistics surrounding debt in America paint a sobering picture, but they also serve as a call to action. At the individual level, taking control of our finances is essential. At the community level, we can support organizations that provide financial literacy programs and debt counseling services. Policymakers have a crucial role to play in addressing the debt crisis by investing in education and job training programs. By working together, we can create a future where debt is no longer a barrier to opportunity. The power of a budget. Taking control of your money. The first step to conquering your finances is to establish a budget. A well-structured budget is about empowerment, not deprivation. Think of a budget as a financial roadmap that helps you track your money and prioritize your financial goals. Start by listing your sources of income and tracking your expenses for a month. Set realistic limits for each category and look for areas where you can cut back without sacrificing your quality of life. Smart spending habits. Stretching your dollars further. Developing smart spending habits is crucial for avoiding debt and achieving your financial goals. Differentiate between your needs and wants to curb impulse spending. Adopting a cash-only approach for discretionary spending can help you stay mindful of your spending. Don't be afraid to negotiate prices, shop around for the best deals, and take advantage of discounts and coupons. A little bit of effort can go a long way in saving you money and avoiding unnecessary debt. The savings mindset. Building a safety net for the future. To achieve true financial security, make saving a non-negotiable part of your budget. Start by building an emergency fund to cover unexpected expenses. Aim to have 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses saved in an easily accessible account. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account each month. Saving is about having the financial security to weather life's storms and pursue your dreams. Debt snowball. Crushing debt. One step at a time. The debt snowball method focuses on paying off your smallest debts first while making minimum payments on all other debts. List all your debts from smallest to largest and direct any extra money towards the smallest debt. Once the smallest debt is paid off, roll the amount you were paying on it towards the next smallest debt. The debt snowball method offers psychological advantages by providing a sense of accomplishment and motivation. By experiencing quick wins early on, you're more likely to stay committed to your debt-free journey. Seeking professional guidance. Navigating the financial maze. Managing your finances can feel overwhelming, so don't hesitate to seek professional guidance from a financial advisor. A financial advisor can help you develop a comprehensive financial plan and provide objective insights. Look for a fee-only advisor who is legally obligated to act in your best interest. A knowledgeable financial advisor can help you navigate the complexities of personal finance and achieve your financial goals faster. Perhaps the most valuable investment you can make is in yourself, specifically in your financial literacy. The more you understand about personal finance, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions. There are countless resources available to help you expand your financial knowledge, such as books, online courses, and podcasts. Financial literacy is an ongoing journey of learning and growth. By investing in your financial education, you're empowering yourself to take control of your money and create a secure future. The journey toward financial responsibility requires discipline, sacrifice, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about our spending habits. However, the rewards of this journey far outweigh the challenges. Financial discipline is not about deprivation, it's about liberation. Imagine waking up each morning without the weight of debt hanging over your head. Imagine the freedom to pursue your passions, explore career opportunities, and make choices based on what truly matters to you, not limited by financial constraints. Financial discipline empowers you to live life on your own terms. It provides the security to weather life's storms, the freedom to pursue your dreams, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing that you're in control of your financial destiny. The benefits extend beyond your bank account. Financial stability reduces stress, improves relationships, and enhances your overall well-being. The path to financial freedom is within your reach. It begins with a single step: a commitment to taking control of your finances and making choices that align with your long-term goals. It's about breaking free from the cycle of debt, embracing a savings mindset, and developing smart spending habits that support your financial well-being. Remember, financial freedom is not a destination, it's a journey. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt along the way. But with each step you take in the right direction, each dollar saved, each debt paid off, each informed financial decision, you're moving closer to a future where money is no longer a source of stress, but a tool for creating the life you desire and deserve. Embrace the power of budgeting, the importance of saving, and the transformative potential of financial education. Seek guidance from trusted professionals, surround yourself with a supportive community, and celebrate your progress along the way. As you embark on your journey towards financial responsibility, remember that your actions have a ripple effect. You're not just securing your own future, you're setting an example for your children, your family, and your community. By demonstrating the principles of financial discipline, you're creating a legacy of financial well-being that will benefit generations to come. You're teaching your children the importance of saving, the dangers of debt, and the power of making informed financial decisions. Imagine a world where financial literacy is valued, where debt is the exception, not the norm, and where individuals and families are empowered to achieve their financial dreams. This is the future we can create together, one step at a time, by embracing the principles of financial responsibility and sharing this knowledge with those around us. The journey starts with you. Take the first step today. We live in a society that constantly bombards us with messages urging us to spend, to acquire, to define our worth by the things we own. But true wealth isn't measured by the size of your bank account or the brand names in your closet. It's about living a life of purpose, meaning, and connection, free from the grip of material desires. Breaking free from the chains of consumerism requires a shift in mindset. It's about recognizing that happiness and fulfillment are not found in fleeting possessions but in experiences, relationships, and personal growth. It's about defining success on your own terms, not by society's often superficial standards. Start by questioning the messages you're bombarded with daily. Do you really need the latest gadget, the trendiest clothes, or the biggest house to be happy? Or are these simply empty promises designed to keep you trapped on the consumerist treadmill? Instead of chasing fleeting material desires, focus on experiences that bring you joy, connect you with loved ones, and create lasting memories. Invest in your health, your relationships, and your personal growth. These are the investments that yield the greatest returns in terms of happiness, fulfillment, and true wealth. By embracing financial responsibility, you're not just securing your own future, you're setting a powerful example for future generations. You're teaching your children, your family, and your community that true wealth is not about accumulating possessions, but about making wise choices, living within your means, and using your resources to create a life of meaning and purpose. Talk to your children about money. Teach them the value of saving, the dangers of debt, and the importance of making informed financial decisions. Model responsible spending habits, prioritize experiences over material possessions, and demonstrate that true happiness comes from within, not from external validation. By sharing your financial wisdom and setting a positive example, you're helping to create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate circle. You're contributing to a future where financial literacy is valued, where debt is not a foregone conclusion, and where individuals and families are empowered to achieve their financial dreams. The journey toward financial freedom starts with a single step. It's about making a conscious decision to take control of your finances, to break free from the cycle of debt, and to build a future of security, stability, and opportunity. It's never too late to start. Whether you're just beginning your financial journey or looking to course correct after some missteps, the principles outlined in this essay can guide you towards a brighter financial future. Start by creating a budget, tracking your spending, and identifying areas where you can cut back. Establish an emergency fund, prioritize saving, and explore debt repayment strategies that align with your goals. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. Seek guidance from trusted financial professionals, connect with supportive communities, and celebrate your progress along the way. The path to financial freedom might have its challenges, but the rewards are immeasurable. It's about more than just money. It's about living a life of purpose, meaning, and true wealth, a life where you're in control of your finances, not the other way around. Take the first step today. Your future self will thank you.
Stay blessed.